I don't care what you lift. I don't care how you lift. I don't care when you lift. Don't lift or bench on the day that you throw. That's it. Now, for a pitcher, if you're a thrower or a striker, you do not need to pick up house, move house, put down house. That is absolute strength. We need repetitive strength. We're going to throw a 5-ounce object 125 times, and then we're going to do it again in 7 days. So we need volume, and we need frequency. We don't need mass. If you lift 100 pounds 5 times, or you lift 500 pounds 1 time, you're still lifting 500 pounds. You guys understand? It all adds up. It is all cumulative. Just like aerobic activity is all cumulative. If you run 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, and 10 minutes at night, you have run 30 minutes for the day. It is all cumulative. Okay? So how you lift is more important. So I'm going to give you some keys. The first thing you need to do is anytime that you can pinch your scaps back behind you like this in any and every exercise that you do. It is the only way that you can activate the decelerators down the back of your spine. There is no strength program, there is no machine, there is no anything that activates those decelerators down the back of your spine other than pinching. You want to bench? Fantastic. Pinch before you do anything. You want a lat pull? Fantastic. Pinch. Name me anything else you want to do. Name it. Name it.
Squat.
Squat. Pinch. Doesn't matter. Anything you want to do, pinch first. First P. Next P. Pulse. Whatever you're going to do, push and pull, pulse. So now you're lat pulling. Pinch, pulse. Now you got your shoulder capsule moving. Forward and backwards, in and out, and you're not doing anything else with any other muscle groups except for that, which is exactly what we do. Ouch, and let's put it back in. Does that make sense? Pinch, pulse. Then you push and pull. 3 Ps. Pinch, pulse, push, pull. Don't care what you do. Dumbbell press, fantastic. Pinch, pulse, push, pull. Second thing we do, your body, your hands and your feet move in 3 ways. Straight, in, out. Mom, what pitch is this? Mom, what pitch is this? Fastball, what pitch is this? Other one. Curveball, what pitch is this? Bingo. Pretty unintelligent to wish you had a better changeup and not train your arm to throw a better changeup with strength training. However it is that you do, whatever it is you do, you want a dumbbell press? Pinch, pulse, push, pull. 5 fastball, 5 curveball, 5 changeup. How many of you guys have got horrible changeups? How many of you guys have got horrible curveballs? Yeah? Strength train. Curveball takes the most time to get to home plate of any pitch, takes the most strength to throw of any pitch. Why do you think your dad tells you can't throw a curveball until you're whatever years old, the magical year old is, right? Doesn't matter. How many parents in here told their kid they can't throw a curveball until they're whatever years old? Yes? Reach your hands up, please. How many of you guys let your sons throw a football before you let them throw a curveball? Okay, football, curveball, 13 ounces, 5 ounces. When do you want to pull the trigger? The difference is posture. You can't change your posture to throw any other pitch. You want to throw a curveball? That's what a fastball looks like. That's what a changeup looks like. And this is what a curveball looks like. You can't throw a curveball because you're searching for more strength, and that's where you get hurt. Moms, Junior's throwing a curveball. Dad is like, that is an awesome pitch. If he's breaking posture and running this way, your elbow goes at his side. Says no more. No more. No more curveballs. Can't do it because that's when Johnny gets hurt. You guys understand what I'm saying to you? Posture is key. We're going to go over that in a minute. Okay, so strength conditioning, we got the 4 Ps, we got the 3. Okay, how many of you guys have been told that you land with a closed front toe? How many of you guys have been told you land with an open front toe? How many of you guys have been told you got to point your toe forward? How many of you guys have to land on your heel or have to land on your toe? Yeah? Whatever you do for your legs, squat, leg press, leg extension, leg curl, I don't care what you do. If you land like this, how many of you guys have been on the mound after a billy goat and he just ripped the hole in front of you and you, whoa, and you've done that? Yeah? How you don't train your legs other than straight, your leg goes out, your leg goes in. If you know you land in, you know you land out, how are you not squatting out, squatting in, leg pressing in and out? All of it. Your body moves in 3 positions. Straight, in, out. You have to train all 3 positions. Make sense? Yes? Okay. 3 positions. Pinch, pulse, push, pull. Last thing, we move in 3 directions. We move linear, we move circular, and we move angular in figure 8s. Look familiar? Anytime you can train your body in those 3 movements, you need to do it. Dumbbell shrugs. Don't just go up and down. Your shoulders go around, they go forward, they go backwards, and you need to do figure 8s. Listen, it's not easy to pitch. And when you walk into a weight room, it ain't going to be sexy. Because the guy next to you is going to be squatting the house, and you're going to be... It ain't going to be good, man. You want $1 million a day? David Price, $1.2 million a start. What do you want? You want to be laughed at? You want to make money? It's up to you. It's up to you. Or you want to be healthy? It's up to you. Don't care what you do, how you lift. Pinch, pulse, push, pull, all 3 positions in all 3, whatever, angles and planes. My guys cannot pitch for me off the mound until they can do 15 pull-ups in the change-up position with their body weight. Can't do it. Not pitching for me. Go back, try again. You're not strong enough. When you're strong enough, we can do it. Coach, I'm throwing 93. Yeah, it's okay. God made your arm throw 93. You can't stop 93. Can't do it. 23 years, 24 years being a pitching coach, had 3 arm injuries. Last 2 years, had 3. 21 years, we fought it off. 21 years, no arm injuries. Here's the second reason why. Workloads. Guys, if you take anything from this at all, take this, please. Your workloads are the key to your health. I love you, but you know we didn't throw off the mound today. We threw off flat ground. Moms, flat ground produced how much? 2 times. Mound is 6 times. So when you hit your ruts and people put you back on the mound, they're breaking you down to try to fix you. How many of you guys hit too? A lot of slumps happen because we take too many swings, because we get tired. Yes, same with pitching. Workloads. 100 pitches times your age in a calendar year is all you get to compete. Tough shit. Sorry, it's my job to find you. If you have 16 starts in a year at 100 pitches and nobody is recruiting you and you're recruitable, give yourself time to grow, give yourself time to get stronger, or get better grades. Because that is enough for you to get better, and that is enough for you to be seen. This is all cumulative. Anytime you step on a mound and you compete, they count. If you go to Virginia's camp and you throw 50 pitches, then you leave and you go to Wake's camp and you throw 50 pitches, and then you go back and you go to your Legion team and you're fighting for the sectional or whatever, and you throw a great game, 75 pitches, and you leave there and you join the Evo Shield Canes down in East Cobb, and you're jumping on the train and you're drinking the juice, and they're going to throw you here, but they flew you down for the championship game and they want you to stay over for the next week. I'm out of breath. You guys are going to die. And you parents are going to run out of money. $100 pitches times your age in a calendar year is all you get. 72 pitches competitively, 72 hours minimum before you touch the mound again competitively. Doesn't mean you don't pick up a baseball. It doesn't mean you don't play catch. It means that you don't go down the hill and compete for 72 hours minimum. I can tell you my top 3 starters to the pitch last year, how many pitches they threw. Josh Forrest is 21 years old, and he threw 2,066 pitches for me. Got it? Brandon Waddell threw 3 games in 11 days, and in between the last one, he did not pick up a baseball from beating Florida to beating Vanderbilt. Did not pick up a baseball. We did the towel, we flushed, we did ice bath. What, is he going to forget where home plate is in 3 days? The guy's an All-American. He's a 3rd round pick. I mean, is he going to forget where the dish is? He doesn't need to be worn down. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? And thank God that he trusts his coach enough to say, no, we're not pitching. We're not going to play. We're not going to play. But you don't need to touch field. It's good. You're good. And we never throw our guys, except for 7 days, once a week, until we get to the promised land. And they are well rested, and then I'm going to whip the donkeys in the back. See what I got out of it. Because we've saved and we put it in the bank for the whole year. Does that make sense? Please, 100 pitches times your age, 72 pitches, 72 hours rest. 2013, I don't have 14 yet, there were over 800 12-year-olds or younger that had Tommy John. Yeah, does that get your attention? Yeah. What are we doing? It's our own fault. It's our own fault. We're drinking the juice. We got Little League World Series on ESPN. And we've got all the Major League analysts there. And we've got Jimmy, who's 6'3" and 11 years old. And he's throwing 76 miles an hour, but the Major League equivalent is 112. So this kid thinks he's going to throw 112. The radar gun is there for 11 and 12-year-olds. If they're really 11 and 12. I'm not sure about that. All right, so we've got strength and conditioning, we got workloads. The only last thing that we can do in our job description is mechanical efficiency. That is it. That is the last thing that we can do. If we handle the first 2, your strength and conditioning, and we do it the right way, and we handle your workloads, now the last thing is mechanics. Well, this is the most subjective thing out there, right? Because everybody's got an opinion, and everybody's got a view of the way that you should look for them. Guys, if I have to change the way you look, I'm not going to recruit you. If anybody touches your throwing arm, you should run. Do not let anyone touch your throwing arm. If they want to move your throwing arm, say thank you. You don't like me enough the way I am? Leave me alone. You should not ever mess with your throwing arm. It is genetic. It is an arm path that is unto you unless you decide to change it. Jimmy throws from here. I like that. I want to try that. Now that's you changing it. That's not what mom and dad did, and that's not what you came out of the womb doing. Okay? So I'm going to give you 4 absolutes that you are going to look for. Moms, I love you. Do me a favor, don't send me the 3.5-hour DVD of Jimmy. Okay? Don't 9 innings, pitch 89, pitch 92. Don't send that. I need 5-6 pitches from the front, 5-6 pitches from the open side. If he's a lefty, what is that? First. If he's a righty, third. That's it. That's all. Don't need anything else. And guys, neither do you. Let's make this really, really simple for what you're looking at. If you fall inside of these 4 parameters that I'm going to give you right now, you don't need to worry about anything else. Just fall inside of them and then bust your tail to duplicate. When you're perfect, you should bust your tail to duplicate perfection. You cannot be more perfect than perfect. Does that make sense? Okay. The first thing is a really nice word for balance, dynamic balance. You want balance through movement. All you're looking for from the side is when your foot lands, your head or your nose should be directly over your belly button or behind. How many of you guys have been told you can't lean back to throw? Yes? Raise your hands. Come on, this is collaborative here. Yes? How many of you guys have been told that you cannot have your head over your belly button? It has to be behind your belly button, but you can't bend backwards. You have to stay back over the rubber. Yes? Okay. No way should you have your head back behind your belly button. This Bonderman. I know it's old, but it's okay. Stands the test of time. Slightly behind belly button. Slightly behind belly button. We're going to get back to him in a minute. Roger. Right at turn, right over belly button. You can't even see the needle coming out of the pinstripes, can you? It's hidden very well. Come on, that's fun. Who said don't lean back? Who said do not lean back? Raise your hands, come on. Who said do? Thank you. You would hate to be Andy Pettit and lean back, wouldn't you? God, that would stink being in the big leagues. You should never lean back, should you? No way. Of course you should. Because if that's the way you're supposed to be, that's the way you're supposed to be. There is nothing wrong with leaning back. As long as your head is over or behind your belly button. I'm going to cut this guy's head off, if I can do it. Anybody that's a pitching aficionado, what would you tell this guy to do? He's a right-hander. Anybody? What do you think you tell this guy to do with his arm? Huh? Get it up, right? Get your elbow up. You just told Greg Max to get his elbow up? How dare you? How many of you guys have been told to get your elbow up? Get on top of the ball. I don't know how to get on top of the ball. You cannot get on top of the ball until you change posture. Look at his head. Over his belly button. Over or behind at foot strikes. You just can't be in front of. If you're going to throw a punch, you lose leverage with your head in front of your belly button. If your head is over or behind, you have leverage. It's pretty simple, isn't it? Over or behind. Mike Mussina, behind belly button. Now, question. Bartolo Colon, really, really bad hair. Which guy has the baseball weigh more? This guy or this guy? Yes? No. 15 ounces? 5 ounces. Which guy's stronger? This guy or this guy? Look at the animal. Bigger animal. Got it? So this guy, if you're looking at this as you, you're making the baseball weigh 5 ounces, you're making it weigh, 15, you're making it weigh 5. Now, which guy do you think really likes to go to the weight room? Which one? Right? The big ugly dude. Which guy do you think really, really doesn't like to go run after he's thrown? Make sense? Which guy do you think doesn't like the weight room? Because everybody makes him feel not good. This guy needs to be stronger than this guy. Does that make sense? So just look at guys and the way they throw. I know who I have to do what for on my staff just by the way they throw in their body type. Dads, give me the old guys in the room. Ron Guidry. Anybody? Yeah, Louisiana Lightning? God, we'd never let our son lean back like that. No way. That would stink. We may end up in the Yankees Hall of Fame. No way we would do that. How about David Cohn? Tom Glavine? They stink too, don't they? No way you would want your head to be behind your belly button. Men, if you take the picture from the side and your head is over at foot strike, your belly button, or behind, give yourself a pat on the head. Nice work. If you are going towards home plate and you land and you stop and your head is in front of it, whichever part of your arm hurts is where you're putting the stress and the strain. And we're going to show you guys where your arm hurts here in a minute. Give me another 10 minutes to get there. Does that make sense? Pretty simple, right? Second one, posture. The second absolute is posture. Mom, you're going to be the best pitching coaches in the country when you leave here. I'm telling you, you're looking for 4 things. Don't listen to the guy next to you. 4 things. And you're not changing when you're looking at it. It's really, really simple. Whatever posture you start with, keep. Find the posture and keep the posture. Basically, your posture is going to be defined by where your head is in relation to your torso, belly button, knee, and foot. Okay? If your posture goes up and down, there's a guy, I can't remember who he is, but I'm going to try and mimic his motion today. He did like this. If your head goes up or down, the fix is in your knees. Your head can't go up and down if you move your knees. For every inch that you move your head up, down, north, south, east, west, you lose 3 inches in release. For every inch, you lose 3 going in that direction. So you got short beer kegs with arms like myself who can't be 6'3". I need to go that way. I don't need all this wasted everything, right, to take me away from where I'm going. My fight is there. I need to go in that direction. All of this takes me away from my core and breaks my posture. The second way you break posture is east and west or left and right. And that fix is always going to be in your core. If you're a guy that does this every time, tighten your abs. If you tighten your abs, you can't do this. Literally throw a pitch with your abs tight. You won't be able to go backwards or to break posture. Okay? 2 really simple fixes. All you have to do is give it as many reps with that fix as you have done with the crap that you've been doing. That's it. It takes about 1,000 reps to break an old or make it new. 1,000. And it's not going to be fun. Do it on flat ground. Do it with no ground force production. So you've got posture. At foot strike, you've got everything. You can't answer these questions. You've got to answer the next question. You've got everything in a line. Head, chest, glove, belly button, and then foot. Everything in a line. Dads, do not answer. Moms, please be brave. Can posture change? Who says no? Mom says yes. Who says no? Who says no? Who says yes? Yes, thanks for playing. Appreciate it. Absolutely. Posture can change. Same guy. Different uniform. What's up right now? Look at the head. Posture has changed. Now let's go to the dads. Dads, why would posture change? Anybody? Huh? Age? You damn right, baby. Absolutely.
Injury.
Everybody's posture's changed. What else? Age. Look at it. Age.
Injury.
Huh?
Injury.
Injury. Posture can change from injury, age. What else? Who said it? I told you the moms are the best ones in the room, didn't I? Tired. Moms, you got Johnny who starts the game and he looks like this. I got your 20 slot. You got Johnny starting the game. He looks like this. My boy's freaking doing today. Yes, sir. Go get it, baby. Honey, that's 110. That's all right. He's just getting warmed up. Yeah. And in the 7th inning, he's doing this. You're going to take Johnny to the medical, man. He's on his way. The absolute definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again and to expect a different result. If you think you're going to change all of that where energy is going and it's still going to be distributed the same way, equally and healthy, you're nuts. He's going down the road because he's tired. My pitchers have 5 pitches to get back to their posture. Everybody breaks posture. You're going to reach back. You got the big ugly guy in front of you. It's a big pitch. Go! Ah! Sit down, man. Big pitch. Boom! I spun off. I gave it everything I had. He's got 5 pitches to get it back. Or my elbow starts to Coach O'Connor's ribs. Coach O'Connor has moved a couple times, but I find him. He's got to go because he's lost it. He's lost it. He's grinding. Now, there's a lot to be said about what I know that guy's got in the tank. This is a senior 21-year-old man who does everything I ask him to do, and he puts it back in his body. This is a 17-year-old freshman who is unbelievably talented and is on fumes because he wants to please his coach. There's 2 different animals there. There's 2 different animals. Posture. This guy throws 100 miles an hour. He's from down the road in Goochland. Look at the head, chest, belly button, knee, toe. In line. After the ball is gone, I don't care if you have a seizure. It doesn't matter. At foot strike, look at posture. That's what it needs to look like. Your head is the first thing that's probably going to break your posture. Most of us are tall, skinny, yes? We're fungo bats with ears. We haven't grown into anything yet. And our head weighs about 20 to 22 pounds. And it is basically a broomstick on top of a bowling ball. Any of you guys ever wrestle? Any of you guys ever wrestle? Yeah? You're a wrestler. What do you want to get when you get him?
I want to get his legs.
Legs? If I give you a second choice, what else?
I would probably want to get his upper body to be able to take care of it.
All right, that's too much information. How about this? Yeah? How about this? You want that? Right? Wherever his head goes, guess what? His ass follows. Pretty much, yeah? So you said legs first. So you got to have the bottom of the house before you can put the top of the house together. We talked about the legs, man. Yeah, didn't we? Pitchers, we talked about the legs today with the broad jump, didn't we? If you want velo, where is it? Hammies. Hammies. Got it? So we got the legs going, and now we need to make sure that this takes care of itself, yes? So when you have a tall, skinny guy, yes, the biggest thing on his body is usually this. So he's going to want to get it out of the way to create effort, energy, and velo in his mind. Agreed? So I've got to control this. Then you've got these beer keg with arms that are broad, yes? Big birthing hips. And they think that this is what develops or gives them the velocity. So now I got a spinner and I got a head weight. That's where the guys and the body types look for velocity. So that's when I know when I'm going to have to fight when I'm trying to train somebody or break an old habit. Does that make sense, what I'm saying? I know it's stereotypical, but it's true. Number 3, so far we got what? What was the first one? Balance. Head over at foot strike or second one was? Posture. Good. Third one, equal and opposite. Equal and opposite. Guys, I told you I would never ever touch your throwing arm. Whatever your throwing arm does is up to you. How many of you guys throw three-quarter, low three-quarter sidearm? I saw a couple guys today. How many of you as dads said, if you throw three-quarter, if you throw sidearm, I'm going to break your arm? Yeah? Come on, be honest, please. No? You heard your dad did. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Sorry if you're in the room, Dad. Absolutely. That ain't sexy. That ain't right. It's not healthy. How many short stops you guys see with labrum tears or Tommy Johns? Not many. Not many. How many quarterbacks do you see throwing a 13-ounce object with labral tears and Tommy Johns? Not many. So you got 2 times ground force production with a football guy, and he's throwing 60 passes with an object that weighs 3 times more than what we're doing it. Here's what else we know. We'll give you guys a little bit of math too. Where the velo thing got taken in, the velo balls. So we know that a baseball weighs 47 pounds when a 200-pound man throws it coming down the mound. At release, it weighs 47 pounds. Okay? You throw it, he throws it, doesn't matter, weighs 47 pounds. All right? We know a tennis racket at full extension weighs 43 pounds. What's that 4 pound difference? Right? I'm not going to. 4 pounds difference. Okay, so let's go to breakfast in Wimbledon, shall we? Agassi, because I like his hair. Right? He goes 5 hours against Sampras. He wins. Woohoo! What does he do tomorrow? He plays again. All right, so he wins that one. He's in the quarterfinals. Woohoo! What does he do the next day? He wins it again. Oh, now he's in the semis. All right, well, now I got to play this really big French guy. And it's 5 hours, and it's deuce forever. And I win. And now he's in the finals. Breakfast in Wimbledon. That's 5 days of 5 hours at 130 miles an hour as a serve. If we threw 130 pitches and I asked you to throw again the next day, or the next day, or the next day, you guys would shoot me. So you'd have my job. Right? Do you really think that 4 pounds is the difference? All right, so here's how we stumbled on the velo stuff. Moms, because you're the smartest people in the room, what's the difference between a baseball pitcher and a tennis player serving the ball? Huh? They're both natural. They're both genetic.
Not limited.
They don't let the racket
They are.
go.
The pitcher.
The pitcher's throwing more than the person throwing.
No, the tennis player is doing it more.
They don't let the racket go.
Flat ground, there's one. So, you threw your point good, Mom. So, flat ground is one. So, is it really the 2 times and the 6 times that is the reason why this guy can play 5 days in a row? Right? There's got to be something else. They don't let the damn racket go. So do me a favor right where you are. Make a fist with your throwing arm right in front of you as hard as you can, and now feel the back of your shoulder. It ain't moving, is it? Now do this. So the velo program started with hold. Just don't let go of the damn thing. How simple is that? You're going to get stronger. Just take a 2-pound ball, start doing this, and don't let go of it. And then all of a sudden, because the arm got stronger and rebounded better, velo went up. Well, that's pretty simple. That makes sense. And they stumbled onto a velocity program that the NPA discovered and developed. And they are the only ones out there that know the quotient. Everybody else is trying to sell money. They're just trying to sell velo. And I have got no stake in the game with any of it. Okay? All I care about is your arm health. That's it. But let me tell you this. If I were to come to you and tell you, if your son did this, your son would be guaranteed not to break down. And he would be the healthiest he's ever been. Or I came to you and I said, if your son does this, I'm going to guarantee that he gets between 3 and 11 miles an hour. Which one are you going to buy? The velo, because it's sexy. So we're building this Ferrari to go 200 miles an hour, and we haven't shown you guys what the hell the braking system looks like. And that's why we're crashing into walls and burning. Does that make sense? Yes? So let's go back to equal and opposite. We will never ever touch your throwing arm. So what are we going to fix? The front arm. Whatever, Mom, whatever your son's back arm does, whatever it does, the front arm has to match it up. How many of you guys have been called short armors? We talked about it. Please raise your hands if you're a short armor. Yes? How many of you guys have been told you have to reach back to second base as far as you can? Yeah? You just made the object 15 ounces. If that's not your natural path, you just made everything harder and heavier. And you've messed up your timing. How many of you guys have been put up against the wall and been told you can't take your arm back behind the plane of your body? Stop. Well, let's move the wall then, because that's what my arm does. Have you been told that before? Yes. What else have you been told about your arm? Oh, if you're a stabber. How many of you guys come out of the glove and stab straight down? Yeah? How many of you guys are hookers? You not like, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah? You come out and you hook the ball. Can't do that. Not allowed to do that, right? Equal and opposite. Whatever the front arm does, the back arm does, the front arm needs to match. We do not mess around with the back arm. It also gives us the exact timing. How many of you have been told you can't take your front arm up to the sky? It has to go straight out. Yeah, Cliff Lee stinks, doesn't he? Woo! Boy, is he horrible. Never take your arm up to the sky. If your back arm goes down, this has to go here, here, there. I don't care where it goes, as long as it's in the same distance, in the opposite direction. Doesn't matter. How many of you guys have been told when you come out that you cannot turn your back to home plate? How many of you guys, when you come out, have been told that you have to turn your back to home plate? All right, where are you from? Arlington, Virginia tells us we have to turn our back. Who says we can't? Where are you from? New York? I guess north of the Mason-Dixon, you got to go straight. I'm sorry. Of course you can. Tim Hudson had a horrible career, didn't he? You're not going to see home plate. Yeah, I'll use the force. I'll be fine. I know where it is. If that's the way you come out, you cannot break it. Short armor. How many of you guys have we talked about hookers and stabbers? Anybody? Anybody into that? Yeah. Barry Zito had a horrible curveball, didn't he? Boy, is he garbage. All right. Moms, we can never touch the throwing arm. Can't do it. Would we ever teach someone to do this, or do this, or do this? No. But if they do, we can't take it away from them. Would we ever teach anybody to do that? Hell no. But I tell you this, if you try and take it away from this spider monkey, he's going to break. Now, the only thing I will tell you is the more that you go behind the plane of your body, the stronger you have to be. So if that's the way you come out, and there's nothing wrong with it, the stronger you have to be because the weaker position you're in. And God don't care. God still made you throw 95. He doesn't care that this is a weak position. He's given you the gift. It's your job whether you want to put in the work or not to take care of the gift. Okay? Equal and opposite. Back to Musina. Head it. Equal and opposite. Even though he leans back. Well, it's just for pitchers, Coach. No, Chipper Jones. Equal and opposite from third base. Doesn't matter. Whatever you're going to throw, you can throw up. You're going to grab it. Equal and opposite. Billy Wagner. Low front arm, same distance. High back elbow. How many of you guys have been told you can't do this? You can't bow and arrow. Yeah, Billy threw 102. You can do whatever you want. Dads, let me get back to the old guys again. Rick Sutcliffe. Anybody? Yes? Boom. Straight down. Hooker, stabber, everything you want to call him in the book. The Dodgers drafted him. But the Dodgers said, we can break this guy's habit. Took him to spring training. They tied tongue depressors and taped him to his forearm right here and his hand. Gave him a ball. Like, what do you want me to do now? Just throw it. All right. Pop. Strike one. Leave it up again. Pop. Strike two. This guy, he can't do anything. He's going to break. Trade him to the Cubs. Great career. Leave the guy alone. Look at his glove. Arm goes down and hooks. Glove goes up and matches. We didn't even know what the hell we were doing back then. We just need to leave the guy alone because he's got it all figured out. Is it sexy? Would you teach somebody to do that? But you need to teach him how to manage it. Equal and opposite, we talked about that. All right, we talked about Kidry, Johan Santana, Nolan Ryan. Equal and opposite. Heath Schuler, Terry Bradshaw, Carson Palmer. Goalpost, reach back to second base, short arm. Who's the strongest guy in the bunch? Anybody? Huh? Schuler, Redskins, Steelers, or Bengals? That helmet. Huh? Redskins. Because the ball is 13 ounces and 3 times. It's a strong dude. That is a strong cat. Got it? Weakest of the bunch? Goalpost. Make sense? Last one. All right. So, your glove attached to your front arm. How many of you guys have been taught to pull back with your front arm? All right, I'm going to throw some terms out there, terminology out there. You guys, this is my favorite part because I always get to hear something new. Yes? So we're going to take glove to heart. Yes? Glove to chest. Elbow the midget, which I take offense to. Elbow the midget. We've heard that one. Yes? Okay. Anybody got anything else? Yeah. Hold on. Boob coverage. I got a new one. About 6 years ago, I'm in Philadelphia, and a kid goes, I got one, Coach. I said, all right, what do you got for me? He goes, you gotta make the shark fin. I said, no, come on, you're from Philly. What's shark fin? He goes, you know, Coach, make the shark fin on that. So I got another one. Boob coverage and shark fin. Outstanding. All right. Well known, right? The harder you pull back, the more energy you're going to produce, so this thing is going to go faster. Yes? Right? Makes sense. Wrong. Do me a favor, all of you that are throwers, sit up on the front of your chair for me, please. Without hurting the guy next to you or yourself, take your non-throwing arm and pull it back as hard as you can. Do it a couple times. Okay, stop. Did your throwing arm move at all? No. Because they work independently. So this doesn't make any sense at all. Now, do me a favor. Take your arm again, non-throwing arm, and put it back behind you like this. Right here, make shark fin, yeah? Just take it straight back. Lay your arm back like you're throwing. Get some room, just lay it back, but leave this thing back. Don't move. Don't. Anybody feeling it at all yet? Okay. Anybody feeling it in their shoulder, back behind? If you're feeling it in the back, yes? You're weak in the back. Anybody feeling it in the front of their elbow? Anybody? Weak around here. Anybody feeling it in the front of their shoulder? Yes? That's where you're weak. Keep doing that. You'll be weak right down now. That's where you're weak. There is your hot spot right there. Mom, Stop with the copay. You don't need to take Johnny to go see the doctor. Yeah? To tell you that he's got tendinitis. I can tell you that over the phone if you want to send me the $25. You're going to now know where to troubleshoot right out of the box. Johnny comes in, says, Mom, my arm hurts. Where does it hurt, son? If it hurts front side elbow, if it hurts front side shoulder, 99.9% of the time, you have a mechanical inefficiency. Go look at your mechanics. If you have backside shoulder behind the elbow in a muscle, not in the joint, not in the groove, behind, 99.9%, you have a strength deficiency, workload dialed up, strength levels too low. So now you know where to attack young Johnny. Front side, mechanics, back side, strength or workloads. Look at the 100 or the 72, or go look at the mechanics. No wonder why you're hurting. Then you look at the mid count, and if he is too tired, which we would change posture if we're tired, if he's too tired, then you shut him down. And you call Virginia and say, Johnny can't come to camp. You call the coach and you say, Johnny's going to go play soccer. Or anything other than pitch. Because he doesn't need to pitch. So now we get back to our glove. This is 93% of what you weigh. This is 3.5 and 3.5. So I'm going to ask you some common sense questions. Why would we want to take 3.5% back to 93 when we want to go that way? The instant that you begin to pull, yank, come backwards is the instant that you begin to spin. The instant that you begin to spin is the instant that you stop tracking forward towards home plate and you stop getting closer to the batter. If I gave you an opportunity to throw from 50 feet or 49 feet, which one would you take? Less time for the guy to react, right? I don't even carry a radar gun with me when I go scout you guys. If I'm looking at anything else, I'm looking to see the differentials between this and this. That's all. I've gotten signed guys that were throwing 79 miles an hour, and you guys have all faced him before, and you're like, how the hell can I not hit this guy? And then you got a guy throwing 90 that you are just shellacking because he is 90 and yeah! And you see it, and it says to you, it's 82. And the guy that's throwing 78 says that he's 86. And you're like, what the hell's going on? How does this guy get out? How is he doing better than me? How is he getting me out? We've all been there, right? There's velocity and then there's perceived velocity. So what I would tell you is to take your 93 to the 3.5. Take your chest, your chin to the glove. Not take your 3.5 back and become a brick with arms and spin. You want to gain ground. You want to glide. You want to rotate as late as possible. Pitching is a linear skill with a rotational component. The more flexible you are, the more velocity you will have. Strength without flexibility does not equal velocity. Look at Mark McGuire. Look at Jose Canseco. Look at Pedro Martinez. Guy's 150 pounds and he's Gumby. God blessed him with a very, very good arm and a lot of flexibility. Strength without flexibility does not equal velocity. So, I would tell you this. As now, you're taking your pictures from the side and you're looking at your dynamic balance. You're looking at your dynamic balance. I would also ask you to just indulge me in these pictures, because if you believe that this needs to come back, I would tell you to look for this. If it comes back to the pitcher, then you will see no room between belly button and elbow. I'm telling you that the best in the business take the chest to the glove and not the glove back to the chest. So you're looking for space between elbow and belly button. Does that make sense what I'm asking you to look for? I would also ask that you look for the glove over the front foot. If the glove comes back, you're going to see the glove behind the front foot. If the glove stays put and it's firm, you're going to see it over or in front of the front foot. Does that make sense? And if you are to pull back, you're going to see that this is going to look like it's a man small on the guy. But if the guy goes to it, you're going to see this. Would you guys agree with that? Is that fair? A.J. Burnett, 10 years ago with the Marlins. Look at the glove. We call this the box. Shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. There's your box. It needs to stay in front of your critical mass. Look at the distance between the elbow and the belly button. The glove in front of the face. Look at the shirt coming off of his chest. Agreed? There's no way you can produce that if it all comes back. Look at how far the glove is in front of Greg Maddux. Top right. Look at the distance between the elbow and the belly button. This guy is closer to home plate than Randy Johnson is, at a foot less. Don't worry about looking for extra strength in velo. Get your 93% close to. Guys, the closer you can get your glove to your face, the better off you are. Think of yourself as a gun. What's more accurate, a pistol or a rifle? Why? Longer barrel. Barrel, bullet, gun, sight on gun. You're not going to hit much if your sight is over here or making the shark fin or covering your boobs. It's not going to happen. So I'm asking you to get it as close to your chin so you can get it as close to the barrel as you can. Coach, nobody does that. No, only Tom Glavine does that. And he's no good. And if it's coming back to him over a 25-year career, he would probably need a new chin because it would wear it out. And it doesn't. Got it? Moms. Hang on, moms. It's my favorite picture. Greg Maddux. Glove, barrel, sight, ball, chest, gun, Hall of Fame. Moms, can the glove change? Can the front arm change? Mom?
Yes.
God loves you. Yes, it sure can. I'm going to leave you with two different sets of pictures, maybe just one. Oh, I can't go beyond my man here. I got two more questions for you. Look at Randall Kay. Look at the foot, look at the glove. In front of the foot, look at the jersey coming off the chest. You really think he pulls back? That's what it's supposed to look like, man. Not a food thing. Moms, this guy's perfect except for one thing. Second word we talked about. What is it? Posture. You guys are the smartest people in the room now. You get this picture of Jimmy? Hey son, fix your posture or you're going to go play soccer. It's pretty simple. Or you're done for the year. One of the two. Posture we know changes because of workloads, stress, lack of strength, right? He doesn't look like that in inning 1, game 1, pitch 1, and now he looks like that with inning 50. He's tired. He's the fungal bat with ears and he needs more strength to limit his innings. Because he's 16 and the other guy next to your son's got a full beard and he's 16 and he's a tree trunk, doesn't mean they have the same workload because they don't have the same strength levels. I'm going to leave you with one more set of pictures. Oh, wow. I'm going to go quick, I promise. Drew Brees, glove in the box. Don't care what you throw. Brett Favre, glove in the box. The guy in New England. There's your boy. Yeah. Oh, it's no Dan Marino. They did win. Dan Marino. Laces out, Dan. Glove in the box. Joe Montana. It doesn't matter. We're standing the test of time. Jim McMahon. Glove in the box. The great ones, man, if you want to be great. I don't remember this guy's name, but it's the hardest serve. Look at his elbow. Look at the shirt coming off of him. Glove in the box. We've already talked about my man. You know I like his hair. Glove in the box. Yes? It's redundant, isn't it? Moms, what do we need to do to Sampras other than give him a different haircut? Give him what? It's so simple. What the hell of a teacher. Remember we talked about taking things. It's not stealing, it's division of labor. The volleyball coach does not have this anymore. He left it on the Xerox machine. It is now mine. Look at the elbow. Look at the glove in the box. It doesn't matter what you do. Last sequence I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to let you go. Pedro Martinez. We're going to Boston for you guys. Pedro, 1999. Spring training. I'm going to give you guys a little background in case you don't remember 1999 and Pedro. Look at the glove in the box. Right by his chin. 150-pound man throwing 102 miles an hour. 1999. They're leading the evil empire, the Yankees, by a couple games at the All-Star break. Game 8 or 9. Game 8 or 9. The guy is 8-1, 9-0, 9-2, something like that. Glove in the box, right by the chin. You can see the distance between the elbow and the belly button, can't you? Right? Small man, not a lot of strength. No me gusta weight work, me gusta cerveza. After the game, right? Likes to throw down old men, too. Moms, any different from pitch 1 in spring training? Any different at all? Any different at all? Yeah? Yes or no? A little posture, right? So now we're about 13-2. We're getting close to the All-Star break. We're getting close to the All-Star break. So this is his last game before the All-Star break. Okay? He's 13-2, whatever he is. 2 or 3 games up on the Yankees. And the All-Star game in 1999, does anybody know where that is? Take a guess? Boston, yeah. How are they not going to start Pedro? That would be un-American, right? How about that? Does that look different? This is the same year, the exact same year, and it's start right before the All-Star break. Moms, can posture change? Can we train the front arm or change the front arm? Or does it change? Sure does. When you're looking for strength, it wants to come back to you. So, All-Star game. Pedro goes. Got to go 2 innings. Everybody in Beantown wants to see the big guy go. I don't know if you guys will remember this, but you're welcome to Google it if you'd like. He faces 6 batters. He strikes out 5 of 6. His last pitch was 102. He does this. Does that. Walks off the mound. Everybody is going nuts. Beantown is green. He touches the top step of the dugout, and before he reaches the bottom, he was put on the DL before the game started. So they send his stuff to Biomechanics Inc. and NPA out in California and said, would you please tell us what is wrong with this guy? They said, please send me some film of him from spring training. Please send me the film of his last start in the All-Star game. Last pitch in the All-Star game. Remember what you guys did when you were sitting back there with your elbows? How much did that hurt you and bother you? Do you think that that hurts from there to there? Yeah, right, it does. So all we got to do is download the guy, make him work out a little bit, give him some rest, and get his glove back in front in the box. Because even though you're hurt, God ain't stopping your arm. He made it go 102, it's going to go 102. It's just not going to be healthy when it goes that way. Does that make sense? So you have to take care of your sons. You have to take care of yourselves. You have to watch your video. You have to take care of your pitch count. You have to strength train the right way. And you have to look for things that are wrong. First one, dynamic balance. Head over or behind belly button at foot strike. Second one, posture. Find it and keep it. Don't move your head. Whatever the first pitch looks like, the last pitch has to look like. Third one, equal and opposite. Don't mess with what God gave you. Match up the front in equal distance in opposite directions. Last one, the 93 has got to go to the 3.5. We can't cover the boobs anymore. We gotta leave it out there, and we gotta take chin to glove, and we gotta take 93 to the 3.5. If that doesn't make sense to you guys, I know we may be busting some paradigms and some stuff that Grandpa told us. I'm sorry, but if you remember back in the old days, they wanted you to put your arm up in the dugout and put it on a hook so they could milk all the bad blood out of your arm. Boy, that's stupid. Shit doesn't run uphill. I mean, where does it go into our heads, right? The blood's got to go somewhere. Okay, so you've got to have a new way of thinking. Okay? I know that not all of you are going to come to Virginia, but I just feel horrible if any of you get hurt. I just feel horrible. Even if you go to another school and you beat our tails on Friday, if I win the next two, I'm still going to Omaha. Okay? So it's not about not giving you the information. Okay? You guys have got to take care of yourselves because we as coaches want to win. And we're going to ask you if you can go. And it doesn't mean that you're not a competitor. It just means that you're smart. And you just pick the right times to do it. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Do me a favor. You want to do like this for me real quick? The other one do like this? And then put them together.